Hey, what's up, people? It's Tino Fest 1989. I'm back to do a video. I'm here to talk about my NFL NFC South predictions. It's a continuation. I haven't been doing a video for a few days, so I'm here to break it down to you. The first game in the regular season is gonna be the New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. I expect good things in this game. All I gotta see is the Green Bay Packers are gonna beat the New Orleans Saints on this one. It's gonna be like at least a close game, at least a 6 point game, and it'll be the Packers beating the New Orleans Saints because they're the Super Bowl champs, and every time a good team always wins the Super Bowl, they always want to start off. They always gonna start off good. All right, the next team is against the Chicago Bears in the Super Bowl in the Superdome. I see the New Orleans Saints winning this one, and the Saints gonna win that one. All right, game three, week three against Houston in the Superdome. The Saints gonna win that one. And week four against Jacksonville, definitely New Orleans gonna win that one. Well, yeah, you can say New Orleans gonna win that. At Jacksonville, yeah, the Saints will win that one. Week five at Carolina, New Orleans gonna win that one. Week six against Tampa Bay, that's gonna be a tough one, but I think Tampa Bay might win this one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are gonna beat New Orleans. All right, week seven against the Colts, the Saints gonna win it. If Peyton Manning doesn't return, it is definitely New Orleans Saints gonna win that one. Week 8 against the St. Louis Rams at St. Louis Rams are going to win this one. Week 9 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New Orleans Saints are going to win it. Week 10 against Atlanta, the Georgia Dome, Atlanta is going to win that one. Week 11 they're going to have a bye week. Week 12 against the New York Giants, it's going to be the Saints going to win that one. Against Detroit Lions, they're going to beat Detroit. Against the Tennessee Titans at Tennessee, I think Tennessee's going to win this one. Week 15 against Minnesota, New Orleans is going to beat Minnesota. Week 16 against the Atlanta Falcons in the Superdome again. Wow, this is going to be another Superdome. It's going to be in the Superdome, so I say New Orleans is going to win that one. And against Carolina, New Orleans gonna win. They're gonna beat them. So they're gonna have at least a 11-5 record. So they're gonna finish off 11-5. They're gonna have a good home winning record. So they're gonna be good at home. And the next one is gonna be for the team that I'm talking about, the Atlanta Falcons. Who the Atlanta Falcons gonna start off? Let me see. The Atlanta Falcons gonna play against. Let me see. Who are they gonna play? Against the Chicago Bears. Okay. Atlanta's gonna start off playing against Chicago. Well, they're gonna beat Chicago in that one, so I expect Chicago to beat. Well, they're gonna Atlanta to beat Chicago at Chicago. It's gonna be a good one because they're always good in Chicago. So, damn, I don't know about that one, but I think Chicago is gonna win that one. All right, week 2 against Philadelphia Eagles. It's gonna be the Eagles beating the Atlanta Falcons, and it's gonna be Michael Vick coming to Atlanta. So yeah. And the next one is gonna be against Tampa Bay. Atlanta's gonna beat Tampa Bay. The game after against Seattle, Atlanta's going to win that one. Against Green Bay, Green Bay is going to win. Against Carolina, they're going to beat Carolina. Against Detroit, at Detroit, Detroit's going to win this one. They're going to win it. Then in week 10, I think, week 11, they're going to have a bye week. Then against the Colts at Indianapolis, that's if Peyton Manning's healthy and whatever. Well, this is going to be, I think Atlanta's going to win this one. Against New Orleans, it's going to be a good one. So I think Atlanta is going to beat New Orleans in this one. And against Tennessee, Atlanta's gonna beat Tennessee. Against Minnesota, they're gonna beat Minnesota. Against Houston at Houston, it's gonna be a good one. I see the Houston Texans winning this one. And the next, that's for example, that's Donta Robinson's homecoming, his return to the Houston area, where he played at, and during his 7 years in his career, when he played in Houston in 2004. So he's gonna make his comeback there against them, and against Carolina at Carolina. I guess Atlanta's gonna beat Carolina Panthers. Then against Jacksonville, they're gonna beat Jacksonville. Then at New Orleans, they're gonna lose against New Orleans, and against Tampa Bay, they're gonna beat Tampa Bay. So they're gonna have a record in 10-6. They're gonna have a 10-6 record. So the next team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Schedule now. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gonna start off. They're gonna start off with the see who they play. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're gonna play against Detroit on September 11th. So they're gonna have a game there. There's gonna be a matchup. So I do see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this one. They're gonna win it. And in game 2, it's gonna be against Minnesota. I think Minnesota's gonna win. Then against Atlanta, Atlanta's gonna win. Then against Indianapolis, Tampa Bay is gonna win. Against San Francisco is gonna win. Against Tampa Bay against New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is gonna beat them. Against Chicago at Tampa Bay, Chicago's gonna win that one. Against the Saints again at New Orleans, New Orleans gonna win that one. What else? Against Houston, Houston's definitely gonna win. Against Green Bay at Green Bay, Green Bay's gonna win. Against the the Tennessee Titans at Tennessee, this is gonna be a good one. I gotta give it up to I believe the Tennessee Titans gonna win this one. Against the Carolina against Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay is gonna win it. And against the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville, the battle of the two Florida teams. So I gotta say the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna win this match. Then against the Dallas Cowboys, it's gonna be the Dallas Cowboys versus the Buccaneers, and I say maybe the Buccaneers gonna beat the Dallas Cowboys in this one. And again, the next one is against the Carolina Panthers at Carolina. They definitely gonna beat Carolina. It's gonna be Carolina winning. Then against the Atlanta Falcons in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, the Falcons gonna win. And there you go. They're gonna be at least 9-7, 8-8, something like that. All right. And the next team in the NFC South, it'll be the Carolina Panthers, who they're gonna square off at first. And let me see who they're gonna play. All right. Here we got it. Here we go. 2011 schedule is gonna be against the new look Arizona Cardinals. So that means the Arizona Cardinals gonna beat the Carolina Panthers, and the next game is gonna be against the Green Bay Packers. While the defending Super Bowl champions, the Green Bay Packers, the Packers gonna win it. Against the game 3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville, Jacksonville is gonna win this one. Against Chicago, it's gonna be the Chicago Bears beating the Carolina Panthers. Remember, Julius Peppers played there, so he's gonna play against his former team. And against New Orleans is gonna win that one. Then against Atlanta's gonna win. Washington, this is gonna be a good one, but I think Washington. I don't know, but I'm sure that The Carolina Panthers could beat the Washington Redskins. Against Minnesota, it's gonna be all over. Minnesota is gonna win that one. Against Tennessee, they're gonna beat Tennessee. At Detroit, Detroit's gonna win. At Indianapolis, Indianapolis is gonna win. Against Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gonna win. Against Atlanta, Atlanta's gonna win. Against Houston, Houston's gonna win. Against Tampa Bay again, it's gonna be Carolina's gonna win it, and against New Orleans, New Orleans gonna win. So they're gonna have at least a 7-9 record. So that's their record right there. That's for the AFC. That's for the AFC, the NFC South. All right, next, the AFC South predictions. All right, we start off with the Indianapolis Colts, main team for the last couple of years. Let me see the Indianapolis Colts, who they're gonna play. First game, Colts gonna square off with the let me see the schedule. All right, sorry, they're gonna play against season. It's gonna be against the Houston Texans at Houston. So, in the Reliance Stadium, the Houston Texans are gonna win this match. I see the Texans winning it, and the next game is gonna be the Cleveland Browns. Is going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the Lucas Oil Stadium. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns winning it, and against Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh is going to win. Against Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay is going to win. So they're going to have 4 straight losses so far. And against Kansas City, they're going to beat Kansas City. Then against Cincinnati, they're going to beat Cincinnati. Then against New Orleans, at New Orleans, New Orleans is going to win. Then against Tennessee, at Tennessee, the Titans, this is going to be a real tough game because they're division rivals. So all I got to say is that Tennessee, they could win this one. I'm not sure, but they could win it. Then week 9 against Atlanta, It's gonna be against Indianapolis, so I see the Indianapolis Colts winning it. Then against Jacksonville, they're gonna be Jacksonville. Then it's a bye week. Then against Carolina, they're gonna be Carolina. Then against the Patriots at New England, Patriots gonna win. Against Baltimore, they're gonna finally the Baltimore Ravens gonna win this one. Against Tennessee, they're gonna be Tennessee. Against Houston, they're gonna be Houston. And against Jacksonville at Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Colts going to be Jacksonville, so their record might end up being 10-6 or 9-7. 9-7 is going to be their record. So yeah. Now the next team is the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, who they're going to face? Let me see the first game. Tennessee Titans. All right. See the Titans. See their season opening game.
This pass is going to be it.
Sorry about that. Go to the home page. See what they're gonna face. All right. The Titans gonna face the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville. Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna win that one. They're gonna have a good game there. Division rivals against Baltimore. Baltimore is going to win this one against Denver. They're going to beat Denver. They're going to beat against Cleveland at Cleveland. They're going to beat Cleveland's going to beat them against Pittsburgh. They're going to beat the Steelers. Going to beat them. They're going to have a bye week in week 6, and against the Texans. The Texans are going to win against the Colts. The Colts are going to win against the Bengals. They're going to beat the Bengals against the Carolina Panthers at Carolina. This is going to be the Panthers winning this one. Against the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's going to win. Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to be Tampa Bay. Against Buffalo. They're going to be Buffalo. Against New Orleans. New Orleans is going to beat them. Against Indianapolis, the Colts going to beat them. Jacksonville against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be the Titans beating the Jaguars. Against Houston, at Houston, the Houston Texans is going to win. So they're going to end up with an 8-8 record. They're still, they're still going downhill a little bit. So they're still in a rebuilding process. All right, in the next video, the next teams is the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars. See who they play. First game. All right. First game of the season. They're going to play against the Tennessee Titans. We already know Tennessee's going to win. Against the Jets at New York. The Jets going to win. Against Carolina. At Carolina. They're going to beat Carolina. Against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints they're gonna beat them. Against the Cincinnati Bengals, they're gonna beat the Bengals. Against Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's gonna beat them. Against Baltimore, Baltimore's gonna win. Against Houston, Houston's gonna win. Against Indianapolis, at Indianapolis, Indianapolis gonna win. Against the Cleveland Browns, at Cleveland, Browns gonna win. Against the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are going to win this one. Oh, Jacksonville is going to win this one. San Diego Chargers against San Diego. San Diego is going to win, definitely. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers against Tampa Bay is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars going to win that one. Against Atlanta, Atlanta's going to win. And against Tennessee, Tennessee's going to win. Against Indianapolis, they're going to beat the Colts. So they're going to end up with 8-8 record. So they're going to be 8-8. All right, and the next and last but not least, is the Titans. I already mentioned every team, right? So yeah, that's the AFC and NFC South predictions right now. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done for today, and I'm gonna do more videos with the AFC North and the NFC North. And there you go. That's my predictions for the AFC South, NFC South, and I'm done. All right, guys.